Yeah, they got great numbers. They run the rock. I think somebody said they had 5 sacks. I don't know if that's right. 5 sacks in the entire year. That's crazy. I mean, I think they're one in the country. They got athletic quarterbacks. They got really good protection schemes. They get the ball out in time, bust or lose the pocket, and they run the ball. If you run it enough, you don't have to worry about sacks. I'm saying this is not a sack game. This is a strap it on, strike somebody in the mouth, keys, fits kind of game. I mean, they know it is. We know it is. There's no way around it, but they've done a tremendous job in it.
Friday night kickoff at 7:30. It's 79 degrees at 2 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Attention. Attention.
They are not ready for prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's the name.
Prime time.
Prime time. What time is it? Showtime. Prime time.
It's XL Prime Time. Featuring Joe C.
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses, big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a fun bunch of days with family, friends, turkey, stuffing, and all that ball. All that ball. Welcome in XL Primetime, cranking it on a Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday. Looking forward to their big events coming up, including our Toys for Tots XL Primetime Christmas out there. And you can go out and enjoy a great day of weather. I was out there earlier and loved the Golf Club of Southampton, that's for sure. So we are all fired up because we came out of our little XLP Thanksgiving yesterday where we had great grub. And now we get ready to tear into some football. Now, I know there are families getting together everywhere, but if you are out and about, if you're hanging out, listening to us, wherever you might be at work, you're ready to check out, just go ahead and hang out with us. Jump on YouTube, hit the text line. Just let us know what's up because we are here for you. You guys ready to go?
Let's do it, baby.
We got so much to get into. I'm talking about a ton of games. I got to pick up my beautiful daughter, Hyla, last night from the airport. JIA was cranking. So shout out to all you out there at Jacksonville International because they got them coming in left and right. I saw something in the neighborhood of 80 million people traveling for Thanksgiving. You believe that?
How many?
80 million.
Now,
of course, they count cars and flights and everything like that, but whoa.
It's a lot of turkey, bro. 80 million. Goodness.
That is a ton. I looked at them like, and again, I'm not the best with decimal points. I looked to see if there was a decimal point anywhere on that bad boy, but I'm pretty sure it was 80, which is a heck of a lot. All right, so if you're out and about, especially if you are traveling, so our family's broken up just a little bit this go around. The one son-in-law, I rose him in the power rankings because he let his beautiful wife and my beautiful daughter come home while he's working, so that's good. He goes up in the power rankings.
rose him?
Yeah. So I rose him up in the power rankings. But then the other one is smoking a big, beautiful turkey for Thanksgiving tomorrow. So he's probably going to go up in the power rankings.
Something, man.
And then Michael in the middle, the real son, he's up in Maryland with our beautiful daughter-in-law and their family. So you get broken up. You going to go see Auntie? You're not sure, are you?
I'm not sure.
Does Auntie know this?
Yeah, Auntie knows.
Okay.
She knows. Sure. She knows. I'm known to waffle every
You're
now
not
and then.
happy.
Huh?
You're not happy.
See, I have to give her a commitment early. So she
yes.
can, so she can prepare the room and because you can't get a room with Auntie.
Yeah.
If Auntie knows you in town and you get a hotel, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Because she'll come and prepare the room and everything. So I didn't tell her. So if I didn't tell her I was coming like a week in advance, she good with it. She know.
She'll be saying, "Baby, why don't you come see me?" So yeah, you better make sure you get your big behind.
Well, I'll tell you what she does though. She said, "Baby, I'll save you a plate." So I'm all good. I'm good.
All right, so throw some sides our way or whatever Thanksgiving tradition you've got. 641-1010. You can hit the text line. Designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Of course, the YouTube stream is right there for you. So jump in the chat. You got Jags to talk about. We know that. You've got a game back at the bank on Sunday against the hated Houston Texans, and there's stuff on the line because you can put a big old dent in their playoff plans. Now, they are right now leading the AFC South, and if you're going to cut into them at all, you're going to have to win that ball game. And then the AFC wild card picture, a little muddier, but Jacksonville's nowhere near it. They're still, 3 or 4 games out of that bad boy. But crazier things have happened. It's been an odd
Did you just say
year.
if you're going to cut into them at all?
Yeah. If
You really think there's a chance for them to cut into that lead?
into the Texans? Yes. The only let me just give you the
I
numbers
love
right
you,
now.
man. You know I do, but
Again, this is a lousy football team. I have no problem admitting that. I'm just, the fans want something good out
they
there.
do, no doubt.
They really do. They want something good out there if they can get their hands on it. And when you take a look at the playoff picture, as crazy as it sounds, there have been enough surprises so far this NFL season that nothing is truly guaranteed. The Kansas City Chiefs, have you seen how many one-score games they've won? Now, they won them pretty much 10-1. They've won 10 out of 11 of them. But the bottom of the division leaders, you have 3 wild cards and 1 division leader that all have 7 wins. That's the Houston Texans, 7-5, and they've dropped a few here of late. Take a look at their schedule here recently. Then you've got in the hunt, wild card teams. The LA Chargers just lost to the Ravens, but they're still 7-3. Ravens are 7-4. Broncos are 7-5. So there's all that little pack at 7. And then in the hunt, believe it or not, a 5-6 Miami Dolphins team. If they win tomorrow up in where are they playing? Are they playing Green Bay?
Yes.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
playing Green Bay as a 3-point dog. So if they win tomorrow, they get to 500, and they're very close to punching that ticket and being a wild card team. And then you got the Bengals and the Colts that are also.
Is this with or without Trevor?
This is with Trevor.
Okay,
Let's
all
make
right,
that very
listen, I
clear.
just want to make sure.
Yeah, and so at the very least, the positivity surrounding the organization is maybe getting him back under center, doing some things. I think most people have been able to arrive at the conclusion that this team is better with him than they are without him. And I know it might have hurt some people to finally admit that, because they had that notion in their head that you need to give the hometown Mac the chance, and it's just not the same team. He is he's a serviceable guy.
He was underwhelming. We go ahead and put it out there. He was underwhelming.
Yeah.
Underperformed. I mean, we couldn't run, couldn't protect him. So
And
this
by the way-
notion that he's better than Trevor, let's seal the deal on that.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just not even go down that road. By the way, Matt, you will love this though, because like I said, I'm just trying to give some
better right now.
I'm just trying to give some positivity to all of Duval out there who need it in the worst way. But I listened to Ryan Nielsen and Press Taylor press conferences today. Based on what I heard, they are not that far away. Like, they are really, really close. Like,
Really?
they are like right there.
On the tip of the tongue.
Just fix 1 or 2 things and game on. Yeah. That's how they made it sound. Anyway, it cracked me up a little bit. But hey, you guys need to look at that scoreboard, okay? You need to look at that win-loss ledger and get back to
Although,
me.
what are they going to say? Honestly,
I know.
Yeah.
But
They're
it
going
was
to come
just-
out there and just say we suck, which is what
Right.
Trevor did. What, a month and a half ago?
I was just a little amused. It's like it sounded so positive. Press Taylor is one of the most positive human beings. When he gets in front of the microphone and he does the press conferences, you're like, well, dang, that sounds pretty good. And then they went through the whole idea of course correcting,
They
self-scouting.
made me pretty good.
Well, what are we doing well? What are we doing wrong? All that kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, okay, all right. I have seen what I did. My eyes cannot undo what they saw against the Detroit Lions the last time you guys were on the football field.
Well, I mean, according to the coordinators and the head coach, they have good practices, and they don't understand why the team doesn't perform well on Sundays.
Yeah,
I mean,
very true.
they've said that in the press week in and week out. I don't understand what's going on. We had a great practice. No, I don't believe you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't think you did.
I don't
It's
think
one of
you
those
did.
things, right? Because I mean, we watched that defense, right? We watched the offense still can't convert third and short 3 years running, still. So I don't think you are practicing well,
And
I don't think your prep is good actually.
And when you take a look at what the opposite side of the ball is doing, they're not doing anything. And they let go of a team that just had their way with them the other day. And so now they got to figure out how they're going to correct that. And are they going to have a little more success up front getting to the quarterback? This is going to be a game. C.J. Stroud is not operating at that high efficiency level he was a year ago, where they had, hey, could this rook win the MVP type of talk? He's not the same dude right now, and they need to get to him and force him into mistakes if they can.
There's the problem. I mean, we to get right, Jags.
Yeah.
If anytime You know, if anybody's struggling in any way, in any capacity, we are the get right group. Whatever they're struggling in, they come here and they get right. I don't know, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Run game, pass game, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and so they definitely got a lot of things that they can focus in on. RJ, let me know if you can whip up some of the Doug Peterson presser from earlier today, and a couple of the questions, the status of Trevor, and then obviously how they are mixing up practice snaps between him and Max if he is going to get back out.
Here's my question for you, Leon. At some point as a player, not even really talking pride or anything, but at some point of a player, when you're 2-9, don't you think, man, I'm tired of losing?
Yeah.
Not even really about like the pride and take pride in your job and you're a professional. It's just I'm tired of going out there every week and losing.
But yeah, bro, they're like 4 weeks too late. They should have been tired of losing. But we kept saying the same old thing over and over again. And we saw them struggle with the same thing over and over again. Third down, pass rush. So you can't get tired of losing if you're operating at the same capacity. Right. Can't stop the run, can't run the ball, can't protect, can't defend.
If you're not changing,
if you're not changing. Right. What is it? I mean, you could be all tired of losing, but you can be tired of losing all you want. But if you keep doing the same things that cost you football games, then obviously you aren't tired of losing because you won't rectify it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's it. It comes down to assignment-rich play. You got to know what your job is, and you got to do your job, and you got to do it better than the guy across from you, which I've come to the conclusion, even though we can argue back and forth that, hey, this roster isn't as bad as you might think, they're still losing a lot of battles, one-on-one battles. Darby has been getting toasted on a regular basis. The back end has not been up to snuff the way that they need to be. The pressure guys have not done their job. Josh Hines Allen got him a bag, but now he needs to bag the quarterback. And so those things need to happen for this team to have a chance to be successful.
I mean, Darby's not a starter in this league. He's just not. And I don't know why any of us actually thought that before the season. Oh, yeah. Okay, Darby will slide right in there. Be a starting corner. Everything will be great. He has injury history. He's never really been an elite corner. Hasn't even been really like a top-level corner. He's not. He's a guy who's a better fit for like either a nickel guy or a guy that's when you go to dime and you got 5 DBs or 5 corners on the field. He's one of those guys.
And you know what's sad, Matt, is that I've been in offensive meeting rooms where we watch defensive film and we're watching bad teams, and the coordinator says, "Oh, we're going after this guy. This guy can't cover."
And you can tell.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure that the Texans or whoever we play, they watching the defensive film and it says, "Oh, this guy right here, he doesn't give a lot of effort." Or this guy right here, he gets double teamed. I mean, they point out the emphasis and they tell the offensive team to focus on those things because we're going to attack.
Right, and here's another thing, too. I don't blame Darby. He's at the end of his care're. All right?
No, he's a 10-year guy.
He's not the guy who had someone throwing money at him.
Yeah, he's a 10-year guy, and he comes in here and was expected to start you're saying, and he was a guy that was a rotational dude up in Baltimore. They were good up there, but he basically told me
they could also get the passer.
Yeah, he told me. Yeah, exactly. He told me, he goes, I had to find my place. Well, I asked him preseason about the competition between him and say Ajar, and he bristled at the question. Well, now you can look at the stats. He has a higher passer rating for a quarterback completing passes against him than any other cornerback in the National Football League right now. This team yields more passer yards and good ratings than almost everybody else out there.
Right, but again, I keep saying this, and I don't blame him. He is who he is. I blame the guy at the top who said, I'm going to go get Ronald Darby, and he's going to be our starting corner.
10-year vets, okay? Eric Armstead and Ronald Darby. I'm not even including Mitch Morse in this because he's playing every snap. And playing okay, better than what they're doing over there. I'm just saying, okay.
Out of all the free agents that we signed this year, which one are you most disappointed in? I would say Eric. I'm
going Eric Armstead.
I'm going Eric Armstead because when he came here and played against us, bro, he was a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
I mean, our offensive line couldn't stop it, and now you hope to get a sighting from him in the game now, especially in the interior side.
And Gabe Davis now has an injury, but he was.
I would think Gabe Davis would be the one because those other 3 guys, they're all 10, 11-year guys, man. What do you expect when you sign guys like that? What do you expect?
But what Leon's saying is true. A year ago, Eric Armstead, remember how bad they beat him?
I totally get it, and I agree with you guys in that. But at the end of the day, he's still a guy that's been in the league for a long time.
Yeah.
So, have no idea what you're going to get week to week as far as injuries and as far as are they going to actually want it. Yeah. Davis, I think, is the biggest disappointment for me because I think that guy is a guy that really could have helped the passing game. Even when he was healthy, They weren't on the same page. He just wasn't playing well.
You know what? If you were a GM, you would get rid of all the old guys, wouldn't you? You have all young guys.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You just
Let me
feel
tell you
like
something.
you say
I
guys
wouldn't.
10 years, they like fell off a cliff. Like,
Right, but bro, you know as well as I do, when you hit that 10-year mark in the NFL, man, it goes quickly.
Your value go down.
Man.
You become a used car. Yes,
Right.
you're a used car.
So I that's kind of what I look like, and I get it. They wanted the quote unquote character guys for the locker room because that's why they lost 5 or 6 because they had nobody in that locker room who could stand up and prevent it from getting any worse. Sort of like this year when they have nobody in that locker room who can stand up and prevent it from getting worse.
Well, they brought him in with playoff experience. Quote, that was what they were going to get.
Right, but it was
Savage
also
and Darby.
It was also the guys who could stop a run.
Well,
stop a losing run.
Didn't they interview Calais? I mean, they could have brought Calais back if they the type of productivity we getting from Eric Armstead.
Yeah, at least
I know Calais at least got 5.5 sacks. So he's got to have at least 5 sacks.
I'll give Calais.
He's got 5.5. He's got 4 times more than Armstead has. Okay.
All right, let's keep it rolling. It is XL Primetime.
Whatever
Golf
it
Club
is.
of Southampton Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with us the day before Thanksgiving.
Buckle up. You're in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios with XL Primetime on 1010XL. Find your new Honda at your 8 local Honda dealers.
Joe C for Roland Reese Plumbing. If you want to check out what you need in terms of a reliable contractor to take care of you, Roland Reese can do it. And they're in the plumbing business. They've been in it for over a quarter of a century, and you can definitely rely on them. PlumbingJacksonville.com. That's the easy website to go to. But know this, they're highly Google rated. They can get to you 24/7. And if you've got a problem around Thanksgiving weekend, you need to call Roland Reese Plumbing. Remember, when you got a leak and you can't wait a week, Roland Reese Plumbing.
Every team has bumps and bruises, but a major injury can shake the season.
Let me know if he's ever going to play football again, or do I need to find me another wide receiver?
Listen for the personal injury attorneys Farah and Farah Injury Update.
Jacksonville
On 1010XL.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 23rd.
Yo, ET here. You need the perfect spot to unwind with friends, family, or coworkers? Dart Bar is just right off King Street. Darts, pool, and foosball. Dart Bar has all the games to keep the fun rolling. With 20 taps, 200 plus cans, and plenty of non-alcoholic options. Dart Bar has something for everyone. Plus, we host community events and leagues and can accommodate everything from company happy hours to milestone birthdays. Dart Bar is your go-to place for fun, drinks, and great times, no matter the occasion.
At Honda, we appreciate all the comparisons to other vehicles. And no matter how many times they compare their vehicles to a Honda, only a Honda is a Honda. Remember, value, quality, safety, there is no substitute. Visit your local Honda dealer now and experience the difference.
I-9 Sports covers the First Coast with great sports for kids 3 to 17, and winter and spring registration is open right now. New girls volleyball and flag at Duval Charter, plus plenty for boys and girls in Nocatee, too. It's all at i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hair for Me HomeAC.com.
You've heard fish stories, and Captain Kevin has a million of them.
We love to tell stories, hear your stories.
On the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
Big fish.
Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
If your IT, data security, and your office copiers are operating perfectly, you must have hired ABS, Advanced Business Solutions, as your technology partner.
Advanced Business Solutions.
Get Gators play-by-play on 1010XL. Brought to you by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors. Proud partner of the Florida Gators.
When my wrist pain was acting up and I needed help, I took Dan Hickens' advice and headed over to see the experts at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. This is Stuart Moore with the PGA Tour. I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whenever you have a need, they took great care of me. They'll take great care of you.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. The next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Mia here for MyBookie. Thanksgiving isn't just about stuffing your face, it's about stuffing your wallet. And MyBookie has a bunch of killer promos to help you do just that. Thanksgiving Day, MyBookie is boosting the odds on Devon A-Chain to score the first touchdown in Dolphins Packers. If he scores first, you cash in big. If he doesn't, MyBookie has your back with a full refund. That's what I call a no-lose bet. Starting Monday, MyBookie's Telegram prize pool contest kicks off. The pool starts at $15K and grows by $5,000 for every 1,000 new subscribers. All you have to do is join the Telegram channel by December 1 to lock in your share. You'll find the Telegram channel link in our MyBookie videos and graphics this week on the 1010XL social platforms. The more subscribers, the bigger the winning. So spread the word and let's make this jackpot massive. Here's the game plan. This Thanksgiving, load up your plate, grab your phone, lock in your picks. MyBookie's giving you risk-free football, a shot at growing prize pool, and if you're new to the family, they'll double your deposit with promo code 1010XL. Bet anything, anytime, from anywhere with MyBookie.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool. On 1010XL.
All right, a little more Jaguar talk. We got to get into some college football talk with all the big rivalry games that are taking place. Starting tomorrow is going to be something else. But Doug did talk earlier, and hopefully you get a little Trevor sound as well before the day is done. But splitting first-team reps. Leon, when you go back in time and think about it, it was basically 90-10 for the starter, right? There was hardly any other. How many reps did the backup get?
Yeah.
Not that much?
Yeah, like 95.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So here's Doug just talking about it, splitting first-team reps with Mac and Trevor based on really the unknown right now.
It probably wouldn't be 50-50, but still Mac will get opportunities to take first-team reps just to keep him fresh, and keep him engaged, But would love to see Trevor get the bulk of the work when the ones are out there today.
Yeah, isn't that the answer that you needed to hear right there?
Yeah.
Keep Mac engaged.
Yeah.
But it's Trevor. The plan is to start Trevor.
Mental reps, Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Mental reps.
Mental reps. Yeah, pay attention.
Exactly.
All right, so
that's why we used to call them mental reps.
Yeah. So here's the second half of it. The concern from Doug Peterson about Trevor playing with that injured shoulder.
Each week is going to be, the contact and the physicality, but I think it's just the comfort level of what he can tolerate, and go from there. So we know that playing the position you're going to get hit and take hits, but I don't think that's necessarily the issue as much as just just tolerating the pain level.
Threshold. That's what it is. And at least according to like I play radio doctor with Dr. George Barry on Breaking Bones. We'll miss him today, but it is a pain threshold situation, but we don't know if it's a grade 1, grade 2, or grade 3 AC joint sprain, and we don't know 100% if there was any damage, that if it's just pain.
It's almost like he's like putting it on Trevor right now.
Yeah.
It's almost like
that
he's
one
like
sounded a little bit.
Yeah,
like that.
it's almost like, well, if he can handle the pain, yeah, he can play.
Yeah. And look,
Which is, that's a you're throwing a lot on him at that point because then you're telling the team also that if he doesn't play, it's his decision, it's not our decision or the medical staff's decision, and then you're almost forcing him to play. If he's,
I think he's expecting him to play.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying by saying that, you're almost putting him in position where he can't say no, I'm not going to play because it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I don't think he's. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, but I'm just simply saying that I think he's expecting. That's why he's saying.
Okay,
is I guess is the way I'm thinking, because I don't think he would be doing that. We always get on
all I'm
Doug.
saying is subtly or not, he did that.
Yeah,
there's no doubt. Did he not? Would you not agree with that?
He was teetering.
Believe me, I'm not even arguing that point. Yeah. It's just I think he feels good about it because I think that's what they need right now is to see something under center that gives them a chance to win. And Trevor's probably giving them the indication I'm planning on it or whatever, and that maybe is the reason why he took it in that direction. Because we've heard Doug subtly say guys need to make plays. He's said it. He just hasn't hammered it, and so this is probably just another.
That's
one.
The thing is you're never going to hear a coach say it because you don't want to put it all on the players. But I'll put it this way: I was listening to the Oklahoma-Alabama game, driving in the car, okay. And they had Bob Stoops on right before the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I've said this a couple times to a couple of people. I've coached more than 30 years of college football. I never once made a play. Think about that.
Oh, that's very
Think about Stoops saying that. So, his point is, and what, we always talk about, at the end of the day, players got to make plays. So when you're 2-9, you can argue about scheme, which is not good. You can argue about offensive philosophy and what they're doing, which is not good. Mm-hmm. You can argue about your defensive coordinator, who clearly is overmatched. But at the end of the day, the dudes on the field got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
That's you.
I agree. Listen, I've been a proponent of not blaming coaches at all. I mean, because you're out there, coaches got information, you're out there to execute at the highest level. And if you're not executing at the highest level, then that's how you get beat. Now, I never, listen, I ain't never had no coach in the huddle with me during the game. I'm just saying, I've never had any coach in the huddle during the game. Players play the game and win the game. Wins and losses by players.
Yeah, that is the essence of it. All right, we need to get to a little college football talk from last night because another round of the rankings came out, and I tell you what, they do not disappoint. This committee wants what they want no matter what is actually happening on the football field.
Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the College Football Playoff.
Oh, I love me some Modelo's, and you can enjoy them over the holiday weekend with all the great ball that's going to be going on. The idea that carnage did take place this past Saturday hurt the SEC and helped the Big 12. I don't think any of us were shocked that Indiana was going to still be included in this puppy, but all the other things that did take place, they want what they want. They want as many eyeballs around the country to watch their games. They will, in some people's minds, ignore who they know the better teams are to be to make sure that they spread it out among the Big 12, the Big 10, the SEC, of course, the ACC. The ACC can get 2 teams in. The Big 12 may take a backseat to the Mountain West when it comes to champions. Take a look at, 8 of the top 25 are the SEC. Yet I'm just reading a couple of the reactions from the rankings coming out last night, Matt. Alabama loses to a 5-5 Oklahoma team and drops 6 spots. Indiana loses to 10-1 Ohio State and drops 5 spots. That's really kind of like a shot at one and basically patting the other one on the back. And then here's another one. Georgia loses to a top 10 Ole Miss on the road, drops from 3 to 12. Bama gets poop pumped by a team not bowl eligible and drops from 7 to 13. So, I mean, I was loving it. It was highly entertaining.
Yeah, I the biggest problem I have with this, and I've been saying this all along since the first poll came out earlier this month, is The problem is you're rewarding easier paths to wins instead and penalizing significant wins because there are also significant losses. Like Georgia has 3 wins against the current top 25.
Yeah.
They've also got 2 losses to the current top 15.
Yeah, so you have to weigh.
Alabama has 3 wins against the current top 25.
All right, this one blew me just a little bit. This is a saucy nugget. I'm thinking to myself.
Hang on, real quick. By the way, Penn State has 1. Illinois. Indiana, 0. Texas, 0.
Well, heck, I gave you the numbers yesterday. What SMU has done is as impressive as anybody. They're not going to go.
That was my next point was this. If SMU and Penn State are on the field right now, who are you taking in that game?
I would take SMU.
Of course you would.
Yeah, 5 wins over bowl-eligible teams, 4 of which have 7+ wins. That's compared to 0 for Texas and 1 for Penn State. And it's only because Penn State.
Indiana's best win is against 6-5 Washington, or 6-5 Michigan, or 6-5 Nebraska. Every other team they've played is less than 6-5.
Now,
other than Ohio State, which they lost to, obviously.
They still want to figure out a way, if they can, to get the Blue Bloods in, and that would include Bama. But this number kind of got me a little bit. And I love Crimson Tide. They come after me. Come on. Josie, what are you talking about? Well, I know you're having a tough time dealing with it. You're having a tough time dealing with your head coach, Kalen DeBoer, because he's driving you a little crazy, particularly on the defensive side. But Alabama has lost to 2 teams with a combined 12 losses. And that does not count Vandy.
Yeah.
That does not count.
It's not good.
Vandy. That's Oklahoma and Kentucky. A combined 12 losses.
Well, I mean, listen.
Come on.
No, it sounds like that boxer that you say had a bunch of bum fights and then he gets into the ring with the champ and wins. I mean, who's to say that Indiana can't go toe-to-toe with Penn State when they play? I mean, you're checking the resume now. The toughest road doesn't mean you're the toughest opponent always, does it?
True. And it's funny.
Hayes?
Yeah, because you are trying to, and here's the fight. You're trying to weigh best losses. How many good teams have they played? How many do they lose to? And then, obviously, the wins over the other ranked teams. And you're just trying to juggle all of it.
By the way, Bama's all 3 losses are 12 losses. All 3 losses are teams
5 and
combined.
7.
No, so 5 Auburn. 5 Oklahoma.
7 Kentucky.
They didn't lose to Kentucky. Alabama didn't lose to Kentucky. They lost to Tennessee. So 5 and 2, which is
there you go.
Tennessee, which is 7.
I plugged Kentucky into my head.
And then it's not even 5.
I'm still mad at Mark Stoops. That's why I think I plugged
it's 5
in.
Vandy. So yeah, it's 12 total.
Okay, so 5 Van. Okay, there you go. So a combined.
Still, your point is.
Yeah. They've lost to some teams that have lost some games.
But you know what? If Vandy beats Tennessee, and Vandy could easily beat Tennessee in Nashville.
So what, a 10-point line?
I don't care what the line is.
I know.
I've seen the SEC on the road this year. It's brutal.
Yeah, I'm not. Believe me, I'm just saying it's a 10-point line, which makes things. They're not a small favorite like that very often.
I would say I'm not. It's not even. I would say I guarantee this happens. And our boy High Tide's kind of been hanging out. He's not. He's in mourning right now. He's in mourning. Hang in there, bro. Because if Vandy wins, Alabama's getting in the college football playoff. That's going to happen.
Got to say it though, Vandy. Diego.
Come on, man.
They will. Alabama will get in if Vandy beats Tennessee.
Yeah. Just give us one. And by the way, Clemson right now is at least in a position where they can get it. South Carolina is ranked just outside the top 13. They have, if they were to pick off Clemson, they have a chance maybe to make something happen. There's still some craziness that can take place out there right now. SEC teams, and we have got a noon kick between Cocky and Clemson. Then we've got a 3:30 kick with all the other big ball games. We got to go through all these coming up here in just a second.
Tennessee Vandy's a noon kick.
Yeah.
I actually think the SEC did that because they didn't want that game at night. Because if that game goes at night, it's even more difficult for Tennessee. I think they're almost trying to I
can see that.
Will Tennessee
that
into that.
Bunch in Las Vegas.
They're willing Tennessee into that CFP, man. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. All right. There you go. A little college football playoff talk. And I know you guys watched the rankings, and it probably drove you a little crazy as well. You can hit the text line 641-1010. Let us know what you're thinking. Golf Club of Southampton, Wednesday. Beautiful day. Get on out there. Call 287-PLAY, especially over the weekend if you're bringing family in. What a great way to stretch out and burn off some turkey and stuffing at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Cruising with XL Primetime in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL.
If you've been in an auto accident, you can count on the experts at San Jose Collision to return your vehicle to pre-accident conditions. San Jose Collision can also provide a fresh paint job to freshen up your vehicle or completely change its appearance. They can paint and repair all foreign and domestic cars and trucks. When quality and professionalism are important to you, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Movember is Cancer Awareness Month, so educate yourself on the risk factors for prostate and other cancers. Take charge of your health. Many cancers are highly preventable. Trust the physicians at Ackerman Cancer Center. AckermanCancerCenter.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, let's talk about diamond cutting. How is the diamond price affected by the way it is cut?
Frank, that's probably the most important question asked about diamonds, because the trade-off between a diamond cut for maximum beauty and one that's not is the diamond's carat weight. You see, diamond cutters buy rough diamonds based on quality and weight. So as they cut the rough diamond, everything cut away affects profits. However, there's specific known cutting parameters, and each deviation from these means they have a heavier, less beautiful diamond. Unfortunately, a customer can't detect all those cutting imperfections. They need expert help about a diamond's cut grade. You see, for any round diamond of a particular color, clarity, and carat weight, there are as many as 10 different prices that can vary by as much as 50%. At Underwoods, we look specifically at how a diamond's cut before we look at anything else, because it's the most important factor when it comes to a diamond's beauty, and to us, whether it should carry the Underwood name or not.
Are you tired of having a plain and boring backyard? Really want to impress your family and friends this year? Then stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway. Imagine hosting guests at your new outdoor kitchen, relaxing by your custom-built fireplace under a brand new pergola. Stone Core can also remodel your old pool deck and beautiful new pavers. Make your backyard wishes a reality. Visit Stone Core on Phillips Highway and let's get started at stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 27, 1960, hockey legend Gordie Howe became the first NHL player to score 1,000 points. He achieved this milestone in his 938th game.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
What's changed totally inside and out? The Kuhn Flowers massive storefront, and yes, they've totally remodeled the showroom inside too. This is Frank Frangie, and the next time you drive by, stop and smell the roses at Kuhn Flowers.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The big question surrounding the Jacksonville Jaguars is whether or not to let franchise quarterback Trevor Lawrence suit up this Sunday against the Houston Texans. Head coach Doug Peterson met with the media and spoke on the concern of Trevor playing while injured.
Each week is going to be, the contact and the physicality, but I think it's just the comfort level of what he can tolerate, and go from there. So we know that playing the position you're going to get hit and take hits, but I don't think that's necessarily the issue as much as just just tolerating the pain level.
Doug Peterson with the media concerning Trevor Lawrence. I'm RJ Saunders with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
10 1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Beautiful Wednesday. The Golf Club of Southampton bring you Wednesdays right here on XL Primetime. We always say thanks to them. And you certainly can enjoy a great golf experience when you go out there. And they've got a cool opportunity if you are looking at membership and you want to join. You pay the full initiation fee, 12 months. You can get a $500 gift card coming right back to you that you can enjoy and spend in the pro shop and then start enjoying some great golf. Don't forget, they have all sorts of plans. If you're planning a party, you can do it right there in their clubhouse. Friday night, music on the patio. Not Thanksgiving Thursday night, but every other Thursday night they got trivia. Who knows? Jason and them may break down the doors just to have trivia tomorrow night. But you can always enjoy great things going on at the Golf Club of Southampton. All right, so we've got our picks coming up. Coach has sent his picks in, and we're talking about some of these great games that could take place and also where some of the lines might lie after what went down with the latest college football playoff rankings. And I swear I checked these. I swear I did. When you take a look at some of the point spreads with the first round games, and right now you're looking at, if you have the first round action right now, Tennessee and Georgia will be playing again. Tennessee would be the 9th seed. Georgia would be the 8th seed. SMU would be playing Notre Dame. That's a 10 versus a 7. You would have Indiana playing Penn State. So that would be 2 Big Ten teams. Penn State hosting that game. So you would have host sites Athens, South Bend, State College, PA, and then you would have Arizona State going up to play Ohio State. Ohio State is in a great position, which you have said repeatedly, that 5th position. Anyway, of those...
They and Oregon are. Both of those are either going to be number 1 or number 5.
Number 1 or number 5. And number 5 is actually, like, they might rather play 2 games and not have a bye week and just go ahead and take care of business to have
to play the 8-9 winner in the quarters, you mean?
Yeah, to have the best setup. But, again, these numbers, future bets, and I tried to check everything and make sure I have my decimals right.
Are your glasses on right now?
Yeah, but nobody would be less than an 8.5 point underdog
in the first round game.
In the first round, 8.5 or higher would be the point spread, and it's still. It's going to be a great scene in theater, but it still says we might get some butt whoopings in that first round.
Even who said SMU?
SMU and Notre Dame. So here were the numbers.
And they're more than an 8-point dog?
Yeah, here are the numbers that were at least thrown out. Again,
all day, man.
You're trying to look at future bet. 8.5 point spread. Tennessee at Georgia. Georgia would be an 8.5 point favorite. Indiana at Penn State, 9.5 point favorite. The Nittany Lions. SMU at Notre Dame, -10. -10. And then Arizona State would be a 21-point dog to Ohio State.
Yeah, but to be fair, the Tennessee-Georgia game was a great game.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a 14-point loss.
Very good game.
It was a great game. Yeah. And that's also where you've learned from that game, obviously. And maybe you do something differently.
Styles
as in not giving up on
too.
the run when you're Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
So it's there. I think there's a lot going on there. I mean, SMU, who would you take right now? SMU or Notre Dame, even if it's in Notre Dame?
Notre Dame's playing some good ball right now. They are. They've not played a whole hell of a lot of good competition. SMU has played more.
SMU and that defense on SMU.
Yeah. Look, I'm a Rhett Lashley. I'm a Rhett Lashley fan, and so I do give him some credit. That's for sure. But it does. I hope we get good games, and I believe we will. And it may end up being where there's a cover by. If it's a 10-point win, it doesn't mean it's a bad game, right?
Right.
It could be great, and then you get that one score at the end.
It'll be great. It'll be great theater no matter what. And then if the games are better, it'll be just fantastic.
Yeah. And the possibility of upsets, which is what we want. That's what we're hoping for. Speaking of upsets, and let me see if I can find this. RJ, fire up the highlight that we had, because this was yesterday was the anniversary of what happened and was so famously known. I was hoping that Big Al would be in the building by the time we played this bad boy. But if you go back in time And it won't take long for anybody on either side to remember how this whole thing went down. Roll it.
Finding Dunn. Crosses midfield. Breaks free. Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. To make it up against the blitz. Touchdown, Florida State. Rock Preston, who created a great opportunity. But you don't think, would he? No. Maui ties it. 145. This game is over. A 31-31 tie. And Steve Spurrier comes across the field.
The great Brent Musburger on the call.
Legendary.
There were so many great calls that he penned with his voice over the years, but none better. That was a 31-31 tie, but it was a loss.
By the way, the very next year, overtime was instituted.
Yeah.
Very next year.
Yeah. Oh, that's when they put it in?
Very next year, 95.
Because they were unstoppable. It was the classic irresistible force, and Florida was up so big, 31-3. And then Florida State just came storming back, score one. And you always think, hey, you think you can't come back from that. Well, yeah, you can.
That's all
Trevor Lawrence and
Spur just kept chucking it.
Yeah.
He's got Fred Taylor back there.
Exactly.
And Terry Jackson. He just kept chucking it.
Run the football. And heck, the same was true with the Chargers coming into here. 27-point lead, and this team came back and beat them. But that was one for the ages. And you know how when Florida State gets rolling.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised Bobby didn't go for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of tying. I mean, because he went for 2 against us.
Yeah,
but he tied
that is
y'all.
true.
Yeah.
That is
You know
true.
what's funny is I talked to him like years after that, like in the late 2000s, like 2008 or 9 even.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him about that, and he said he didn't have any regrets. He said, but he did admit, he said, they were reeling, they were on their heels, and he said, had we gone for 2, there's no way they would have stopped it.
Yeah,
but his point was, I couldn't do that to the players.
Right,
you come all the way back like that. I couldn't put them in a position where one play is going to decide a game.
Mm-hmm. It's they treated us to so many great moments, and this game Saturday 7:00, 14-point line anyway. 15. What do you think the number? What does it look like to you? What does it scream to you? That score, Florida State.
All things being equal, and like no turnovers, which who knows in this game there could be multiple turnovers. Yeah, I don't know how Florida State holds it under that, but this is a rivalry game. You get a couple turnovers, you get a couple short fields, and you get a play here or scoop and score or a punt return for a touchdown. It could change dramatically. Because Florida's not that far away from being a team that got blown out by Texas and being the team that got blown out by Texas A&M and blown out by Miami. They're not that far away from that.
No, but Florida's got momentum. 2 back-to-back wins right now.
No doubt.
There can't be a letdown. Absolutely can't be a letdown. This is rivalry week against a team that you hate. I mean, you've got to go in there and that you don't play well at as well, right?
Yeah.
You don't play well in Tallahassee?
No.
So, all right, so let's make this the 10-10 take right now, RJ, because I'm basically going to echo what Leon just said, because this is an important moment, a marker for Billy Napier.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmaster since 68.
You don't feel like cooking, but you feel like eating? Yeah, Sonny's will do all the work for you. So you can roll on in there. You get your Thanksgiving meal. You get your Saturday game day meal. There's going to be Black Friday. There's football. So you can go to Sonny's, order you up a rack of ribs, go back home, and just tear into them. Enjoy it. That's for sure. They say Happy Thanksgiving to all of y'all. So following what Leon just said, and I'm saying Billy Napier. I'm not saying Billy Napier because he's picked off 2 ranked teams. He put themselves where they're bowl eligible without even having to beat their rival. He has done some good things. Maybe not great things, but good things. He's put them in the right position to win recruits, win games. So you have to give him a round of applause right now, especially if you're in Gator Nation and you're excited for him. But don't blow it. Don't let a game like this get away from you. You have to keep riding that momentum. And that means sending a message to your arch rival, which had been sent back to you several times. And they've got to win a game when they're a heavy favorite against a bad football team to know that they can keep sending that message to their recruits, to their boosters, to their faithful, that they're on the right path. That's the 10-10 take. And basically, I was thinking the same thing.
Bro, you got to kick them when they're down.
Yeah.
You got to kick it with a
can, you
career.
do.
Absolutely. Listen, in those middle 1990s when Miami was on probation and Florida State played Miami, they destroyed Miami. I mean, an average win was like 28 points.
Yeah, that's true.
So you don't show any mercy on your rivals. When they down, kick them.
I mean, those three. Think about those three from like the late 80s all the way to the early 2000s, 2002, 2003. Those three were all great teams.
They had a hand in every championship, basically.
And now look.
Yeah.
Now, if one's up, the other's down. Or one's up, two's down. Two are up, one's down.
I know, and I'm rooting.
They're all down.
And trust me, I'm rooting for both of them. Because I'm for real. Listen, there's pride in Florida football. Florida football, it's got to be, besides Texas or California, it's got to be one of the three top, high schools areas in the country.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, there's no reason for those elite kids to be going somewhere else. But if all three programs are up, that's the reason why we were so elite back in the days, 80s, 90s, 2000. Because all the great high school players will see us.
They all stayed in the state.
All stayed in the state, absolutely.
Nobody was going to Alabama or Ohio State or Michigan or LSU. None of those. It just doesn't happen.
They're the schools they are today, mostly because the Alabamas, Ohio States, Oregons, mostly because, now Oregon, California, you got California, because of the high school football here in Florida. Come on now.
That's beautiful. I mean, that's like if these teams are where they were back then. They're like Carson Beck doesn't go to Georgia. Colin Hurley doesn't leave and go to LSU. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, you stayed in state.
Yes.
He dreamed. I'm looking at Leon,
Yes.
YouTube audience looking at Leon. He dreamed of going to Miami, growing up in Orlando. Pop said he couldn't do it. He said, "Dang, I am," and he did. You didn't dream of going to Ohio State anywhere.
No.
You dreamt of going in this state and starring.
Yeah. Amari Cooper's not going to Alabama. It's just not. He's going to Miami.
Now, you got to remember now, too, now in the 80s, I picked Miami because it was an elite school. I saw it on TV, but I also wanted the opportunity where my family, easy access to come see me
Better
play.
believe it.
Because there weren't fine families around the world, the country back
Plus,
then.
you also have to have a coach that knows like what the hell they're doing.
Right.
Miami didn't even recruit Amari Cooper. Didn't even
that's
recruit
crazy
him.
too. Who was that?
Oh, I can tell you the story. You want his story?
Yeah, real quick.
So real quick, it was Al Golden. He was the head coach.
Oh, that's right.
And Uncle Luke was coaching. No, he was one of the assistant coaches at Northwestern. Brought Amari Cooper to practice. Say, hey, coach, y'all haven't offered this kid a scholarship. So he had them practice against the players that were on the team now at Miami at that particular time, and he torched them. You know what Al Golden told Uncle Luke? He said, We'll think about giving him a scholarship. We'll think about giving him one.
Oh, beautiful. Oh,
That's why he's not the coach of Miami anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. And then began the exodus of great receivers coming out of South Florida. So flow. All right, we're going to head into 3 o'clock hour. Jarrett Bell, USA Today. We're going to talk NFL with him. We have got all sorts of rivalry games to get to. Our picks coming up. That's all ahead on the Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday.
You're riding in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios. XL Primetime on 1010XL. It's the play that turned hope into victory.
Plenty of time goes downfield, and he's got it complete.
Performance Painting presents the high-performance play of the game.
He is a force to be reckoned with. He's been doing it a long time.
On 1010XL. Prepare, protect, preserve. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
It's the time of year all our customers love. At Garber Auto Mall, every 2024 must go. Take advantage of thousands in discounts on all new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
When they were little, the other girls played with dolls.
Aww.
They played with footballs.
Who's them?
Yes, it's us.
Helmets and heels.
From the First Coast Lighting Studios at 1010XL.
Weekdays noon to 2.
Some girls have all the fun.
If you're getting engaged this holiday season, celebrating an anniversary, birthday, or shopping early for the holidays.
You do not want to miss Beards Diamond's incredible 44th anniversary sale.
Everything store-wide is on sale up to an unbelievable 44% off.
At the St. John's Town Center or beardsdiamonds.com.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention?
Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Thankful 30. Did you take Awaken 180 up on their offer last month of dropping 30 pounds by Turkey Day? If you did, congrats. Easy, wasn't it? I dropped my 40 pounds in just 9 weeks. So I knew it was possible for you too. And now you're enjoying the biggest food week of the month guilt-free, knowing you're going to keep that weight off with your metabolism on fire and free support for life. Stuffing, gravy, and my personal favorite, pecan pie. Everything's on the menu, guilt-free. Maybe you didn't take me up on the Thankful 30. No worries. It's never too late to start. Maybe December will be your month, and why not? Awaken 180 was built to help you lose weight through the holidays. Parties, adult beverages, the only weight loss program built for real life, and all without medications. Go into the new year with a different resolution this year because losing weight matters, my friends. Thanks to Awaken 180. Reserve your consultation today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Pickin' here with a message from Zero Res. You gotta just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course football. They're very grateful for you all, the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. So get ready for the holidays. Book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, fill it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. You know, pool design has come a long way, and if your pool is outdated, Stanley Pools specializes in bringing older pools up to date for the whole family to enjoy. That's why I did it a few years ago, and man, I love the way my pool looks now after we added travertine pavers and so much else. Stanley Pools has been serving our community since 1988, so call them today at 269-7277 or find them online at stanleypoolsfl.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
When my wrist pain was acting up and I needed help, I took Dan Hickens' advice and headed over to see the experts at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. This is Stuart Moore with the PGA Tour. I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whenever you have a need, they took great care of me. They'll take great care of you.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. The next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Navy Mutual was created by service members for service members, so we know what it means to serve. Our policies have no active duty service restrictions, so you can rest assured that you're covered no matter your duty station, home or abroad. To go even further, we promise that premiums will not be higher for those who serve in dangerous environments, including aviation, diving, or on deployments. Let us help you protect those you love the most. Learn more at NavyMutual.org.
Our most popular meat combo is ready to grill this season. Pounds and pounds of marinated steak tips and chicken, fresh ground beef, and homemade sausage. Just ask for the sampler combo.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
Firefighters, paramedics, police officers, they take care of us. And at AMCO, we're proud to take care of them. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. As an essential business, we work on every kind of car repair with flexible financing and extra safety precautions. Essential, reliable, trusted. That's the men and women who are there for us. And it's our honor to be there for them. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia. AMCO Transmissions and Total Car Care.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. Brought to you by Southern Oak Insurance. With only a handful of practices left for the FSU Seminoles before they host in-state rival the Florida Gators over in Tallahassee this Saturday. Wrap up their regular season. Noles head coach Mike Norvell shared how practice went yesterday ahead of the matchup.
A good practice, guys had a lot of spirit. Obviously, great bouts you'll hear this week so far with Sunday and today. Very competitive. I thought, guys, in the good-on-good work. I mean, it was probably one of the faster tempos we've had. The pads were popping. Guys, we're doing a good job trying to continue to focus on the fundamental improvement. We know we got a great task at hand here this week, and it's just about us going and getting better.
Noles and Gators in Tallahassee Saturday night at 7. Catch the game live on 1010XL 92.5 FM. It's 80 degrees at 3 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it.
Into the 3 o'clock hour, cranking it out. Thanks for hanging out with us day before Thanksgiving. Plenty of suggestions as far as the best sides to go along with that turkey. Keep them coming. 641-1010. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Searcy, RJ Saunders, and we say hello now to Jarrett Bell. He of USA Today. Actually, so this is 2 of USA Today because Matt's now part of the USA Today Network Sports Family doing college. Jarrett, welcome in. How are you?
All right. It's good to have some USA Today on USA Today love up in this joint. How you guys doing?
Yeah,
Doing great, man.
That's how
Good,
we will
good.
start it out. Exactly. All right, so we got to start with the hometown team and then probably move out a little bit and talk about the best teams you've seen so far. But Jacksonville is in a tough spot right now, Jarrett, because you don't know exactly what you're playing for, and it seems like the coach and maybe Moore's on the hot seat. What is your view of where the Jacksonville Jaguars are right now?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the NFL coaching market, which is already, been ramped up for weeks now with Robert Saleh, I think Doug is definitely on the hot seat, and so no surprise there. He and Trent Baalke. So we will see what Shad Khan does here. But they've invested, so much in Trevor for the long haul. So you kind of know whoever is going to be there. This is your centerpiece, and this is what you're going to build out of. Can you get somebody who is better than Doug Peterson to do that? And here's the deal with a lot of these coaching jobs. It's like, how much patience do you have in trying to make it work, right? And yeah, you could say a guy's been on the job for 3-4 years, and okay, it's not where we want to go. So then you fire him, and then you try to correct it and get somebody else. But guess what? You're starting all over again. And so I think that's the thing that might, save Doug Peterson for a little while is just if Shad and the brain trust just kind of determine, okay, we just need to give it a little bit more time. And so I don't think that that's not in the realm of possibility. I have not heard that from anybody with the Jaguars per se. But like I said, so many of these coaching jobs just get turned over so quickly, and they don't get a chance to marinate and to really develop. So all that to say, you're like, what are they playing for now? They still have to play for pride. They still have to play for their jobs. And I saw a statistic the other day that the Jaguars have had the most one possession or 7-point games, losses this season out of anybody. I know Kansas City's had a lot of last-minute games, but the Jags have been on the losing end of those. But that tells you that they've at least been competitive, and now they get another shot with Houston.
Yeah, Jared, I'm going to segue off of that because I believe that's fool's gold. That 6 of their 9 losses have been one possession losses, but you can't not look at the fact that this team over the last 17 games has only won 3 of them.
Yeah,
and then Trevor Lawrence, who's your franchise quarterback that you paid $55 million, is regressing. I mean, those two areas alone should be fireable offenses, shouldn't they?
Yeah, I mean that's something that you could definitely justify making a move, and I think people would say, whoever the next person that comes in is like, okay, what can you do now? But again, I don't know if there's something to be said for continuity, and so, but I get it. Yeah, you know, what you say, three out of the last 17 games.
Yeah,
that's not going to be acceptable. And I think a lot of times, too, you know, the moves are definitely made with the pressure of the optics and what does this look like, as opposed to, okay, give it a little bit more time. So I may be the only one on your show that says that. But, again, I just think, and this is not so much Jacksonville as it is just the NFL in general. I just think, you know, every year there's like 7 jobs open, you know, on average, right? It could be 6 sometimes and 8 sometimes. And I just think all of that constant turnover is, you know, one of the things that has really hampered some of these teams.
Hey, Jared, as I'm sure you can understand that we have a lot of different ideas of why this has gone so badly here. But you look from a 30,000 foot, you know, perch for you being the national guy. You look at this team; they were 8-3 at one point last year, playing for the number 1 seed. They've lost 14 of, or excuse me, they're 3-14 since.
Right.
14 of 17 games. I mean, looking at that from 30,000 feet again, what do you see when you see that?
Yeah, I see a team that probably should think that we woulda, coulda, shoulda. They're kind of off my radar, to tell you the truth, because they were definitely on the radar last year, and like you said, they were in position to, you know, to really do something special, to take that next step, right? And yeah, it's definitely not what you want, but again, you know, I may not be the one to say, okay, clean house, but because it seemed like, you know, they made so many decent personnel moves. You know, they had some high draft picks, obviously, and some free agent moves. So it seemed like they were doing things to really kind of build it up. And then for it to, you know, to not get the results over the past year, yeah, I'm sure everybody associated with the team is like, just really like, oh no, we're not trying to go down this path again, because they had been there before, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you thought you were getting a Super Bowl winning, well, you were getting a Super Bowl winning coach in Doug Peterson when you brought him in. On paper, that looks like, oh, quarterback development coach, former quarterback, Super Bowl winner. You know, so you think that, you know, you got that right combination, but I don't know enough to know all of the intricacies that you guys know in terms of, you know, where some of the other breakdowns have been. But yeah, if the quarterback's regressing, that's not a good thing. But sometimes it's the product of a whole lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, I think the product as a whole has been very bad, and what you said is 100% the worry for Duval is that they've fallen off your radar, and they did not want that. Pair of 9 and 8 seasons, 1 playoff performance, and then they've just fallen on the snide since then. All right, so who is on your radar? A couple more for Jared Bell from USA Today. Who do you like right now to make it to the Super Bowl?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. I like the Detroit Lions, right? And not just because I'm from Detroit. so that's not totally a homer pick, but I definitely have, you know, perspective about the Lions and how they were so bad for so long. And so Dan Campbell, and, you know, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and it's like, well, what was Dan Campbell in his first year in Detroit? He's in his 4th season now. He was 3-13. The next year, he was like 7-9. And then last year, they went up to like 11-6 or 12-5 or something like that. And now look at them. So, you know, very bullish on the Lions. I'm still not ready to dethrone the Chiefs, if you will, at least in terms of getting to the Super Bowl. And the thing I like about the Lions is that they've been consistent like throughout the season. But now we look at Philadelphia, and I think that's the matchup we need to see in the NFC as it stands now. But to get to the AFC, okay, who's going to challenge Kansas City? Is it going to be Buffalo? For sure. Hey, if you're the Buffalo Bills, that's kind of like the only way you're going to be able to do it. Yeah. And then Baltimore has been so inconsistent. One week they're good. The next week the defense is not good. The next week they're good. And, they still have Lamar and King Henry. So, Baltimore is that other X factor. But as it stands right now, I think Kansas City can at least get back to the Super Bowl and, play the Lions.
Now, Jerry, let's look at the MVP race. I mean, it's a quarterback bias award, but I would think that Saquon, the way he's been playing, he's got to be the front runner.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm going to tell you something, Leon. I'm a voter. I've been a voter for MVP for like 25 years or something. And you're right. It usually does go to a quarterback, right? I did vote for Adrian Peterson years ago when he won it. And just the short answer to what you said, I could vote for Saquon Barkley today, right now, if the vote was today. If the vote was 2 weeks ago, it may have been Josh Allen, or 3 weeks ago, it may have been Lamar Jackson. So I really despise, and this is nothing personal against you or anybody else, really. I really just hate all of the conversation about the MVP during the season. I mean, we do it in USA Today. We do like a weekly MVP thing from like freaking week one. Okay. And I just hate it, man. I was like, let's get to the season, through the season. Maybe in the last 3 weeks we could really have a better view, because by that time you'll be able to see, who's won divisions. And I think Saquon, we know where the Eagles are, and Josh Allen and Lamar, so we know that they're legitimate. But, what if Lamar goes out and throws 5 touchdowns tomorrow on Sunday and 400 yards, and Saquon gets held to 65 yards? I mean, all that's possible from week to week. So that's why I just don't have a lot of, juice for the, weekly MVP deals. But because guess what? A month ago, 6 weeks ago, it was King Henry. And, I mean, they're really right there neck and neck when you look at the yards. And Derrick Henry, he's in the same backfield with Lamar Jackson, so it's always going to be tough for him to be that MVP. But I remember writing about him about a month, 5 weeks ago, about how he was on pace to break Eric Dickerson's record, and now Saquon. And so Henry and Barkley will both be on the same field on Sunday together. That's going to be good. Yeah, but they're kind of neck and neck. But, hey, this week, okay, I'll give you Saquon, but maybe next week be somebody else.
Yeah, but Henry didn't jump backwards against us.
He didn't create a mad move.
He just still sides people backwards. But, okay. Yeah. No, that play and that special teams play the other day with Kevontae Turpin, those are the top 2 plays of this season, just in terms of pure highlights. But, we've seen people do a spin move before and return a kickoff, but I don't think any of us have ever, and you guys, if you have, go ahead and raise your hand. See somebody hurdle somebody backwards. I don't even know if, like, Edwin Moses could hurdle backwards like that.
Well, as we have to turn you loose, Jarrett, we now have the distinction. Jaguar football will be all over Madden because they were the ones that he did the reverse jump on. We appreciate it. It's the truth, man. You can definitely check him out, USA Today, for the NFL, all things NFL, and at Jarrett Bell on X. We appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving, Jarrett.
All right. Hey, same to you, fellas. I appreciate you having me. Thanks
all right,
a
man.
lot.
That's awesome. And so, that's how Jacksonville gets on, man.
Yeah, you well mean, bro. And I was at the cigar bar lounge.
Yeah.
And a Philly fan has the picture of him jumping backwards on his shirt.
It's unbelievable.
Ridiculous,
it's crazy. All right, listen, we got to welcome in one of our originals. I would just like to say round of applause because his last name is Lamb, okay? And it's Alex Lamb, and he's here for Uncle Dave and for all of Jacksonville. Big Al, you're a diehard Jaguar fan. Did you just hear some of that madness?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been disgusting. Not only am I a Jaguar, I'm a Seminole.
Yeah.
What a horrible year.
How's that
2024's been? I mean, let me just get through this season and forget about it.
At least you got to hear that highlight of the 31-31 win for you.
Yeah, I remember exactly where I was for sure. I'm sure like every Florida State fan does on that Saturday.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful thing. And I was in this bar in Mandarin, and I'm like
lamb in a bar, shocking.
Yeah, exactly right. With a beer in my hand, and it was full of Gators, and I'm like the only Seminole in there. And we're down 28 with whatever it is, 10 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago, and I'm telling everybody it's not over. They were laughing at me and mocking me, and making fun of me. And I said, "It ain't over. It ain't over." And we scored one touchdown, and I said, "It ain't over." And they're still laughing at me, and the rest is history.
Oh my gosh, something else. I don't know what the line. Maybe Dr. Oz will let us know what that line looks like Saturday, 14.
I'll tell you what the line should be.
Yeah.
Should be about 33 and a half, 34, because the Gators are going to blow out the Noles Saturday. It's not even. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be bad. We got no chance in hell of beating those Gators on Saturday night. It's going to be rough for the Noles.
You can hear him the same way you hear Rick, because Rick Ballou has been burying him just as much. All right, but you are here for a very special reason, because even though Uncle Dave had a great life, we had to say goodbye to him at 78 years of age. His spot in Duval sports history obviously lives on, but also with what he's doing with Santa Lamb. So tell everybody what's going on.
Yeah, Santa Lamb will have her 22nd Santa Lamb shopping spree this next month on December 21st at the Super Walmart off of Monument over there in the Regency Square Mall Boulevard. And Santa Lamb was just a super important thing for my dad. While officially the shopping spree's only been going on 22 years, right? I say only 22. It really started when I was a teenager. And it really comes from the fact that my dad was raised on the wrong side of the tracks in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Mom and Dad didn't hardly have any money. And I think he had a lot of Christmas mornings where Santa didn't bring very much to him and his older brother and his older sister. So when Dad had made any kind of money and had some means back in the mid-'80s, we would adopt a single family every year on Christmas Eve. And we would go, the family would load up the car, and we'd have like a turkey and a ham and some toys for the boy and the girl, or whatever. We would know what the ages are for the kids. And we would roll in and knock on the door and drop off some presents and some food and some essentials for Mom and Dad. So it really started a long time ago, but Santa Lamb as an official shopping spree event it's our 22nd year this year.
So 22 years. So he taught you young about giving back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, my parents were the same way. You know, they installed in me because we didn't have much.
Right.
And then with your kids, you pass on to them that when you do have, to give to others. So I mean, it's amazing that you're keeping the legacy going.
Well, I appreciate it, Leon. And when you're 14 years old or 13 years old and you first load up on Christmas Eve to go take, the gifts and the food and the goods to the family, you don't quite understand it. You're kind of kicking and screaming, I don't want to go do this. But you get a little bit older and realize what a big heart Dad had. He had a heart as big as he was, for sure. And there was no doubt when he died May 24th of this year that we were going to keep the legacy going, and the family's going to continue to pick up the slack and make the foundation continue to move forward and the event move forward for sure.
All right, so how can people help out? How can they help out the foundation?
Yeah, Matt, so the easiest way to do it is we have a website, santalamb.org, and that's 2 M's. There is no B in lamb, santalamb, LAMM.org. And there's a link there that you can click on and donate. Any amount is obviously appreciated for sure. What we do is a little different than most other charities. What we do is we help kids ages 3 to 13 whose families might need a little help, and we emphasize military families. We're in military town and want to give back to those great folks, some young military families that might need a little extra boost at Christmas with their kids. And we give the kids a $100 gift card at the Walmart on the day of the event so they can go shop for themselves. So rather than give a boy a truck and a football, he might not want a truck and a football, and a girl a doll, she might not want a doll. She might want a football for we let them go shop for themselves and with a tax-free $100 gift card and go pick out what they want with their parents. So it's a little bit different than just handing a kid a toy. And the other thing that really makes our foundation different is there is nobody on any payroll whatsoever. There's no overhead with the Lamb Foundation. 99 cents or more of every dollar donated goes directly to the kids. The only expense we really have is paying the CPA to do our books every year, and we mail out letters to previous donors, so letters and stamps and things like that. But the overhead is literally that minimal. There is no staff. It's fully 100% volunteer. operated. So when you give to the David Lamb Foundation for Santa Lamb, I can assure you, like I said, 99 cents or more of every dollar donated goes directly to the kids.
It's beautiful because it's the family, and it's his family from Hidden Hills that picked it up as well and made sure that they kept it going. All right, so Santa Lamb, L-A-M-M, santalamb.org. You can find out about it. The date, again, is December...
Yeah, December 21st, but here's the deal. The kids have to be pre-registered. We have several agencies that we worked with for several years that are great agencies, and we work with them and they give us the families and the kids and so forth that may need a little, like I said, extra help at Christmas time. And so the kids have to be pre-registered. You just can't show up, and participate in them from the standpoint of getting a gift card. But if you want to come out and have your heart filled and feel good about Christmas and giving back, like Leon said, you can certainly come out and check it out on December 21st in the morning. We start at 9 a.m. And again, it's at the Super Walmart in the Regency Square area.
All right, Big Al. We love you, man. Thank you very much.
By the way, how's your golf game?
My golf game stinks, Matt. Thanks for asking. I'm not playing any. I bought a drinkware company called Sick. Thanks for asking. So I bought a drinkware company about 18 months ago called Sick, S-I-C. We're a local-based stainless steel drinkware brand. We're a premium drinkware brand. We're good as anybody else on the retail market for sure in terms of quality. And I've been working my butt off trying to build this brand and get this thing going, make it bigger and bigger. And so that's taken away from my golf game quite a bit.
So it's, and I don't want to say the other companies, but we have to. It's like Yeti and Stanley. It's the same type of deal.
Yeah, it's like those other those other names that you mentioned. It's just better, just as good a quality. Well, our designs and our prints and so forth are better. We do it a little different. You can check it out. Thanks for this, guys. SickCups.com, SICCups.com. Check us out.
I still have one of the best corporate concept story ever that I tell all the time because that's a Big Al's company. All right,
hold that thing up, man. It's a nice cup.
Yeah, it's very nice. All right, big man. We love you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
It is XL Primetime.
All right, thank you.
The First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL. Step into another football weekend with Pregame Friday.
You got to go up-tempo with urgency.
Absolutely. Get the news, notes, and inside stuff you need to get ready for game day.
Are we ready? Yes.
Brought to you by Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Movember is Men's Health Awareness Month, so take charge of your health and vitality at Ackerman Urology in Mandarin, Middleburg, The Beaches, and World Golf Village. For prostate and urological needs, trust Ackerman Urology. AckermanUrology.com.
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione Law.
Frank Frangie here. Big Chief Tire makes auto care affordable with 6-month financing with the CFNA card. Plus, get $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. Whether you need new tires, brakes, or general checkup, Big Chief's expert technicians will take care of your car with top-notch service. And with no interest for 6 months, now is the perfect time to handle your vehicle needs. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to apply for your CFNA card today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
The holidays are just around the corner, and so is your entire family.
Babe, the toilet's growling at me again.
Uh-oh, the kitchen sink just turned into Old Faithful. Ah, there's no hot water!
Don't let plumbing chaos steal your holiday cheer. Call Duck Duck Rooter today to fix those issues before Aunt Linda blames you for ruining Christmas dinner. Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing pros. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Hey sports fans, this is Hayes Carlion from MyBookie. Thanksgiving isn't just about stuffing your face, it's about stuffing your wallet, and MyBookie's got a bunch of killer promos to help you do just that. Thanksgiving Day, MyBookie's boosting the odds on Devon Achane to score the first touchdown in Dolphins versus Packers. If he scores first, you cash in big. If he doesn't, MyBookie's got your back with a full refund. That's what I call a no-lose bet. Starting Monday, MyBookie's Telegram prize pool contest kicks off. The pool starts at $15,000 and grows by $5,000 for every 1,000 new subscribers. All you have to do is join the Telegram channel by December to lock in your share. You'll find the Telegram channel link in our MyBookie videos this Wednesday on the 1010XL social platforms. This Thanksgiving, load up your plate, grab your phone, and lock in your picks. MyBookie's giving you risk-free football action, a shot at growing prize pool, and if you're new to the family, they'll double your deposit with my promo code 1010XL. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Jags Hall of Famer Tony Baselli puts on his gold jacket every Monday morning at 7:20 on The Drill.
Does look good.
It's Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Baselli.
Good? It's great.
Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida on 1010XL.
Did you know you can charge the all-new Honda Electric Prologue in the same receptacle as your phone? You don't need these special charging stations at your home. Simply plug in your Honda or your phone. See your local Honda dealer now. We're electrified.
Rotator cuff injuries are common among athletes and those who have physically demanding careers. Don't let this injury keep you away from the sport you love. Dr. George Barry here, and the first thing you need to do with a serious shoulder injury is to diagnose where the damage is and how significant it is. Rotator cuff tears are either acute tears sustained during an injury or accident, or degenerative tears. If you're interested in learning more about rotator cuff repair and how our expert team of orthopedic surgeons can help you, call Barry Orthopedics today or visit barryorthopedics.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Hey, Jacksonville Koozies, it's me, Soccer Sam, for Salvatore's Pizza. Rochester, New York's favorite pizza is now open in Jacksonville, Florida, Tapestry Park at the Loft Hotel Plaza. Daily $10 deals, dine in with beer and wine, and delivery at salvatores.com. The famous Formoso family brings Salvatore's Pizza, Rochester's favorite pizza, including our 32-piece sheet pizza for your next event. Go with me, baby. Salvatores.com.
This is Hayes Carline for Kingfish Pest Control. Are you tired of spiders, ants, roaches, or other pests invading your home turf? Call the winning team at Kingfish Pest Control. I can tell you from my own experience, Kingfish will sack mosquitoes, tackle rodents, and intercept termites before they can blitz into your home. And right now, score 20% off your new pest control service when you start during the 2024 football season. Save big and defend your home with Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Our next guest is not affiliated with the NFL or Jacksonville Jaguars.
Discussion of injuries is solely based on opinion.
Now, the Barry Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Breakdown.
I'm coming in hot.
Gio normally scrubbed up inside the beautiful 1010XL Palatial Studios, but he's working hard because we have Turkey Day tomorrow. He'll be in surgery on Friday, so things will be cranking. But Gio made a little time, carved out a little time for us like you're going to carve the turkey tomorrow. What is your specialty on Thanksgiving Day, Gio?
I like the marshmallows with the sweet potato.
Oh, yeah. It's like a sugar-supposed vegetable.
Right, it's healthy because it's sweet potato and then there's marshmallows on it.
Exactly. All those marshmallows is what you're after. All right, so if you feel like a marshmallow, you got a sports injury question, you can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We will have Breaking Bones Sunday morning at 7:30, even with the holiday weekend. So we are the kickoff to the kickoff show on Sunday. But Dr. George Barry, fellowship trained under the renowned Dr. James Andrews, and Barry Orthopedics. You can check them out online with locations across the First Coast. So the biggest question, I think it's probably the only question that we'll ask you, is Trevor. And you have answered this question already about an AC joint sprain, but he's now 3 weeks removed. Is that right, fellas. He's missed 2 games, hurt in that previous game, so basically 3 weeks. And he's coming back, and all indications are he is going to play. Worry level, if you're looking at a guy like that with the great unknown, what would you say?
Well, originally I was saying I'm not too worried, but I did read a quote that said surgery's not off the table, which is interesting. And so the question is, what does he have? And I'm going to assume he has a grade 2 or grade 3, less likely grade 2, possibly grade 3 AC joint injury. I'd have to assume. I don't know for sure. And that just means a grade 3 means that the middle part where your clavicle is elevated 100% above where the acromion sits, right? So you have a big old bump there. And those are controversial whether you need to operate on them or not. And so I think that's, my opinion, why the question is, can he play? Does he need surgery now? And he's even saying he may need surgery and still might play. My opinion would be, if there's any discussion about possibly needing a surgery, I probably wouldn't play. It's a lost season. I would protect your career, and if you're going to do the surgery, do it now. And I would not go and play and risk anything else.
And that's really the worry. Okay, so if we have the Trevor Lawrence soundbite, we'll get it before we're done. But here's this quote from earlier. Quote, I think the sprained AC joint, in parentheses, has been a pretty difficult thing to gauge, honestly, of what's the best path forward. That's what he said earlier today. Surgery is definitely something that I'm considering and not off the table at all, which is what Gio just said. It's something that we're going to have to just approach truly day by day, week by week.
I don't know. I mean, it seems kind of some information is being held back because the whole story does not make sense to me. If I can go play, but wait, do I need surgery? Those are 2 very different things.
Yeah.
Right. And he's calling it a sprain. If you're to the point where you need surgery, it's more of a separation, not a sprain. So there's just a lot of factors in that story that, to me, doesn't 100% make sense. I obviously don't know exactly what's going on, and if we did know exactly what's going on, maybe it would make more sense. But in my opinion, would be, look, if they're saying you need surgery and you've been out for 3 weeks and you haven't been much better, then just do the surgery, finish the season early, and that way you can come back in time for preseason and play and train in camp.
Am I wrong, or is this not the exact same injury he had 2 years ago before the season that he had surgery on?
Well, no, his rookie.
I don't know if he had
was
surgery
his
on
rookie year?
Yeah, it was between turning pro and...
Oh, I thought it was after the first year.
No.
So it was his rookie year.
Yeah, it was the label coming in.
The same year, same injury, though, was it not?
That would have been 21.
I don't remember exactly what he had back then. I'm not sure.
All right, so real quick then, let's move the DJ Lagway real quick. He's now 2 weeks removed. He's played 2 straight games after that the hamstring injury that looked like his season was done. That's a quick healing for a guy that looked really bad when it happened. Is
Right.
that how often do you see something like that?
I mean, look, you definitely see injuries that look terrible on the field, and then they come back much quicker than you think they would. That's not completely abnormal. But there's definitely times where you see somebody like, man, that looks terrible, and they're down and they're out and they're really injured, and they just come back really quick. So it doesn't completely shock me. A little bit surprising, but it's not a complete shocker.
All right, Breaking Bones, if you've got a sports injury question, 641-1010, throw them our way. We'll try and get them on the show Sunday morning, including Gardner Minshew with a broken collarbone and gone for the year. Hated it for G, that's for sure. Gio, from all of us to all of you, we are coming over for Thanksgiving, okay?
Get that pizza oven heated up, man.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, well, listen, to Mrs. Dr. Bari and young Michael and young George, happy Thanksgiving, bro.
Thank you. You too, guys.
All
right, Gio.
Yeah. So that's good. BariOrthopedics.com, and you can definitely find our podcast. We will do Breaking Bones on Sunday mornings, wherever you listen to podcasts, and at 1010XL.com. We got plenty to do, including our picks coming up.
Buckle up. You're in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios with XL Primetime on 1010XL. Find your new Honda at your 8 local Honda dealers.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Brandon Thomas at 342-3459.
Joe C. for the Preferred Group. They are a fleet of workers in a lot of different special divisions. The Preferred Group means they can cover a lot of those construction decisions, areas, and get the job done for you the way you want. And that's when it comes to roof replacement, when it comes to remodels, additions, brand new homes, gutters, drywall, you name it, they can do it for you. So check out preferredbuildersjacks.com. And if you are in a neighborhood that you love, you just want to enhance your living experience, they can do it. Make sure you give them the information and they'll provide you with the best job, best price, best quality. That's what you're looking for. And preferredroofingjacks.com. When it comes to roof replacement, make sure you pick Preferred.
It's Thanksgiving week, and Monahan Jewelers has the best deals in town with up to 40% off the entire store. Thousands of beautiful pieces are all on sale with fantastic prices on our entire inventory, including up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds. We're your local family jeweler, so come visit us today and on Small Business Saturday for up to 40% off on diamond studs, engagement rings, colored gemstones, our designer brands, custom design, everything. The name you can trust in fine jewelry, Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
AC replacement? If your AC unit is ready to go kaput, then it's time to call Florida Home AC. With over $3,000 in tax credits waiting for you on select systems, take advantage of it. Call 777-4300. Get Florida Home AC to cool you off.
Thinning or balding hair? Introducing Scalp Micropigmentation now at IHRS. SMP is a procedure for men and women, looks like your own growing hair, and corrects thinning areas. SMP is perfect for men and women who shave their head and want a full head of hair look. Call IHRS now, 904-777-IHRS, 904-777-4477, or visit hairforme.com today.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 27, 1960, hockey legend Gordie Howe became the first NHL player to score 1,000 points. He achieved this milestone in his 938th game.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Imagine driving a late model car of your dreams at a fraction of the original sticker price. For the very best in low mileage cars in Jacksonville, visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom. All luxury cars are serviced and inspected, many with a certified warranty. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Greetings from Daytona, where a band of dreamers took a strip of beach and turned it into a proving ground. The Great American Race, where year after year, greatness is the destination.
Start your engines, let's go!
So book your experience and soak in 500 miles of history and tradition. The Daytona 500, February 16th, 2025. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
Welcome to ABS Advanced Business Solutions, your local authorized technology partner and home to Xerox copiers.
Advanced Business Solutions.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever.
That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the Amco transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jacksonville Jaguars are preparing for their upcoming matchup against the Houston Texans following the bye week. Although it is unclear if Trevor Lawrence will play, Doug Peterson did meet with the media earlier today and spoke on what the game plan is for both Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones.
It probably wouldn't be 50-50, but still Mac will get opportunities to take first team reps just to keep him fresh, and keep him engaged, but would love to see Trevor get the bulk of the work when the ones are out there today.
The JTA Game Day Express is back. Save gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jags take on Houston this Sunday. You can let them do the driving with multiple locations around town and passes starting at just $10 on the MyJTA app. To learn more, visit JTAFLA.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right. Well, my takeaway is that I would like to wish everyone a wonderful and happy and heartfelt Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Same.
Yes.
And also to add on to that, if you can find the perfect dressing, do it, because it's nothing quite like the perfect dressing.
One of the texters, my wife loves that it's cranberry from the can with the ribs from the can in it. Another one, just talking about some of the great sides that they have. One is a 5-cheese mac and cheese. We had plenty of other ones as well, but we were running out of time. So we have got to get to our picks. XLP picks. Fire up the college football music, RJ, because after last week, Coach went 4-2. He is now leading, Leon, by a couple of games.
Really?
Yep. Back up, because you went 2-4, unfortunately.
No, I thought I went 3-3. Wait a minute, my numbers keep dropping.
Yeah, because I'm looking right now.
You said 3-3 yesterday.
I know, because you went Colorado, loss.
Yeah.
Indiana, loss. Ole Miss, loss. Mini, loss. Mini loss. Man. Hang on, let me make sure I get this right. Colorado. No, you won Ohio State.
Yeah.
You won Ohio State, and you won San Francisco. And you won Philly. You went 3-3.
See?
Okay. All right, you're only a game back. Mm-hmm. Game back right now. All right, so we've got our games. Leon is 42-37. Coach is 43-35. I'm 41-37. Matt Oford.
What happened?
Which
you
is
try
not.
And keep up, man. You try and make crazy picks.
You're suggesting that, but most of your picks, they
suck. All right?
You're
is that
convicted.
what you wanted to hear? They suck.
Yeah, but you were convicted. All right, let's get to it. I got Coach's picks. We're going to have to rattle through these, and I'll give you Coach's coming up in just a little bit. So, Leon, you have to take the lead on this bad boy.
No problem.
All right. We're going to go Michigan. We're going to do 4 college games and 2 NFL because it's so big this week. Michigan at Ohio State. Ohio State is a 21-point favorite in this game.
Ohio State.
You like Ohio State?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a thought process. I hope that Michigan can keep it close because it's the game and they're going to play hard. But not only does Ohio State want this game badly after losing 3 straight,
right?
I think Ryan Day wants this game bad, and I think he wants to hang a number on Michigan.
Yeah, I probably should have expected that a lot of us would go with chalk here because the reasons you just listed. Coach is picking Michigan, though. So
Ryan Day this week called it war.
It is, and for all the reasons you just listed. All right, the next one. Speaking of war, and not a lot of light between the two, Clemson hosting South Carolina. These are two top 15 teams. It's only a 2.5-point line. Clemson is favored in this ball game. Big Searcy.
Gamecocks. Upset.
It's strange to me that Clemson's the favorite in this game. I mean, if you're watching both these teams every week, South Carolina is significantly better than Clemson. It's weird to me. That's all I'm saying. I think South Carolina goes in there and wins rather easily.
I'm going to take South Carolina as well. Coach is taking Clemson. So you, me, and Leon, we haven't changed much at all. But Coach is right now the dissenter on this. All three of us have the Gamecocks, right? Cocky. He's got Clemson.
Yep.
Next game, we have Texas at Texas A&M. That's number 3 versus number 20. Yet there is a little line, 5.5 points, not as big as what you might expect between a number 20 ranked team taking on a number 3 ranked team. Coach is taking Texas. Hook 'em horns. Who you like, Leon?
Give me the Aggies.
Okay. All right, you like them. Okay, you like them for a defensive game. Is that what you're looking at
That's
right now?
what I'm looking at, yes.
Okay.
Kind of like Oklahoma, Alabama.
I'm going to take Texas.
You're taking Texas?
Yeah.
All right, I just got to go with, I mean, look at the SEC all year. They all lose on the road. They just do. Georgia's lost twice. Alabama's lost 3 times. All 3 of Missouri's losses are on the road. Texas hasn't because Texas hasn't played anybody on the road.
All right,
Texas
so
hasn't played anybody all season.
Right. So you're going to go.
I'm going with A&M.
Okay. And the last time these two teams played was 2011. That's how far back we're going.
Yeah.
To give you an idea of how far back that was, the guy who's been booting field goals in Baltimore, Justin Tucker, for as long as he has, he was the last guy that provided the game winner in this series.
I'll give you a better one.
Yeah.
The last time that game happened, Texas A&M, Mac Brown was coach of Texas. Mac just got fired 2 days ago at North Carolina.
It is crazy. All right, last one. We're going to do the extra one in the college game. Auburn at Alabama, an 11.5-point favorite, according to HardRock.bet, are the Crimson Tide. Leon.
I'm going to take Auburn to cover.
Wow.
All right, Coach went Alabama. You're taking
Alabama's a completely different team at home. Completely different team.
Yes,
In
they
those
are.
3 losses, they gave up 29.3 a game. Every other game this year, they're giving up an average of 13.1.
Well,
they're winning. I'll lay those points.
Okay.
Alabama's winning that game.
I'm going to take Alabama. Are you taking Alabama?
I'm taking Alabama, but I'm taking the point. I'm taking.
You're taking the points.
You're taking the points in Auburn.
Yeah.
I'm taking Alabama laying the points.
Okay. All right. So those are
What
the
are you
4.
doing?
I'm going Alabama.
Laying the points.
Yeah, and I don't like it. So that means Leon's the only one that's picking up those points. And Hugh Freeze is trying to fight off his historical lack of performance. All right, Auburn.
You're aligned with me right now. Does that not worry you?
It scares the
On
hell
all
out
these
of me.
picks.
Scares the hell out of me. You went 0-6. All right. Let's get to the 2 NFL games. Okay, we're going 4-2 this week. Dolphins at Packers tomorrow. So we will make it one Thanksgiving choice and then one on Sunday. The Packers are laying 3 in this one, Leon.
What's the temp? Anybody knows the temp?
It's going to be cold, but I don't think it's going to be like
cold tuna.
Can we find it?
Doesn't play well in cold weather.
Hang on, let me find it.
I don't think it's going to be. Don't even worry about it.
No,
it's just going
we
to be
got time. We got
cold.
20 seconds. For
I
me
still
to
got to get a hard.
I'm gonna take the Packers.
All right, thank you. All right. I like Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm taking
Are you
the
sure
Packers.
after I look at this temperature? Because it's all I see all 20s and 10s. Are you sure?
No, I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah, he's taking the Packers.
I'm taking the Packers.
Okay.
Packers.
I'm taking.
Yeah,
the
I'm taking the pack too.
Dang it,
That is
we're
a
all-
weird. That is a weird line. Only 3.
Yeah.
Somebody knows something there.
It's because Miami's been kind of hot, and Jordan Love, even though he didn't throw a pick this past week, first time in a while, they just haven't been clicking. But there's just too much.
Sunday low of 19.
Too much of the same stuff here. Last one, Ravens and Eagles. Ravens at home, and it's a 3-point line with Baltimore as the favorite. That just does not seem right.
I'm a
10-10 Ozzy confirmed this bad boy for us. All right, so who you like?
I take the Eagles.
Yep, Ravens are a 3-point.
Yeah, I'm taking the Eagles.
On the road
Yeah.
against El Boogie.
I guess I'll believe.
I'm taking El Boogie, man.
All right.
All right, I'm going to take Philly. I'm taking the Eagles. So is Leon. And I'll get coaches up
I'm
there.
just not an Eagles believer,
But
man.
you're
I might
taking
be
ball.
completely wrong. I am
You're taking
not.
ball.
Yes.
All right. So we are in there. We got all those in. We'll see who does well. Got all those other great games that we can look forward to. Are you worried about Miami and the Qs right now with the way the...
Not at all. I feel comfortable.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
It's about what? Is it about a 10-point line?
Say I am all you want. I don't believe it.
I'm good.
You're whistling through the graveyard right now.
Not at all.
Okay.
Because your buddy back there, JJ,
Yeah.
he's nervous as hell.
I don't want that energy, JJ. You stay back there.
All right. We're going to wrap it up with a bold fact. We're going to stay in the college football world because we got all of our picks in, so let's do it.
Here's a bold fact brought to you by Bold City Brewery, Duval's first craft brewery. Online at boldcitybrewery.com.
They want to welcome you during the Thanksgiving weekend and when you're heading to the Jags-Texans game. So drop on by Bold City downtown right there on Bay Street. Don't forget Friday, after you have eaten all the leftovers, head on over to the production house on Roselle and enjoy some great music. They've got it going on all the time, boldcitybrewery.com. So I need a minimum of 2 games played, okay? A minimum of 2 games played. Who has Ohio State never beaten? A minimum of 2 games played. And I will tell you that I am looking for, if you've got the juice.
One's Florida.
I'm looking for 4 teams, okay? 4 teams that they have played at least twice and never beaten.
One's
Who
Florida.
has Ohio State? One guess is in, Florida.
I think Oregon might be another. Hello? Oregon?
I'm not answering.
All right, Oregon's one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Oregon's one. Wow.
Well, I would have said Miami if they didn't pass interference.
Still got hosed all these years later.
Yes, absolutely.
All these years later, man. It's got to be SEC because they're 2-13 in the postseason against the SEC. So it's got to be SEC. I'm going to say it's Florida, Oregon. They beat Alabama. LSU. Florida, Oregon, LSU. You said there's 4, right?
Yeah, 4. That they played at least twice.
Georgia.
All right, I'm going to jump in and say not Oregon because they beat Oregon for the Natty.
Oh, right, for the Natty. Right,
Yeah, they beat Oregon for the Natty.
Right. I forgot all about that.
And it is a guy that right now you don't think of nearly often enough. Florida is one of them, so you can get a yes, and that'll be it. Florida, because they beat them big in the championship game as well. Florida State has beaten them 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for the Nollies.
And the other one that was a complete and total shock to me, South Carolina has beaten Ohio State twice. 0-2 against Cocky. And the one that has the most wins against them, Dabo. 0-4.
Interesting.
Is Ohio State against Clemson. That's pretty good. So
you know how bad the Florida and Ohio State thing is like Muschamp beat them. Muschamp's team beat them.
And that was
2011.
Those were the 6-6 squads,
Yeah, 6 and
right?
6.
Right here in the Gator Bowl.
6-6 Muschamp. Yeah.
It was beautiful. All right, we are done. We had a good time. Listen, we want to wish all of y'all. We have an extended family. We have our great family right here inside this building. We've got them all over in the 1010 XL Nation. So happy Thanksgiving to all of y'all, and then all of our families. We love all of our people that we're closest to. So enjoy it with them, family and friends. We'll say goodbye. We'll turn it over to the Francis Show coming up next.